All right, I am Teresa, and I am from MyFixitUpLife, and I'm hosting DIY Con today. And DIY Con, it's 4.5 hours of making stuff. You can see me over here in this other one, Her Fix It Up Life, here in MyFixitUpLife. And in this little square, I'll be making projects, and we're going to be having guests on for the next 4.5 hours, experts in design and crafting and woodworking, and we're making holiday projects. So I am super psyched, and I have my first little basket of fun here ready to go. And our first guest is Tracy Hutson. Ah! My hand cam. We need to get some hand cam help. Producer, can you help me? It's so precarious. I'm going to bring Tracy in. We are going to make an awesome project. I gathered up everything that you had on your list.
Okay.
You said fake snow.
I did say fake snow.
Yeah, I know you can buy fake snow, but how about this?
Love it.
That works?
Absolutely. You can put your own anything.
Sea salt, which is cool. I also read that you can make fake snow with baking soda and water, or with like tissues.
Right. This one that I have just sort of laying around is, I mean, I'm sure it's just like silicone shavings or something, you know?
Those are good too.
Just get in a bag at a craft store.
You know what?
What?
I swear I am a craft store. You could take a styrofoam ball and like ice pick the bejesus out of it and make fake snow.
I love that. Great idea.
Angry Mommy's craft.
Give me the cheese grater. Well, good idea. Okay, so there's options.
So you said feathers. I have feathers, and these are my feathers.
Those are gorgeous.
Yeah, they're like turkey feathers.
Yeah. I've got two projects that I thought could be fun for us if we have time. The feathers, I've just got like little whimsy ones. So the smaller ones are better because we're going to just put them in folds. Okay. It's a nice little gift to give. Okay. So, but if you want to talk mason jars first.
I have one.
Okay.
I have this. And then I have this one, which is a fun little shape.
Here's the thing about mason jars. I honestly think that you cannot have too many. It's the first thing that I'm like, I'll take the whole box out of flea market, because they come in handy, obviously during the holidays, any holiday. I love how everyone's doing their little cocoa mixes and their cookie mixes with the baking instructions on the side. I think that that's so cute. And then of course, during the summer, lemonade, adults lemonade.
Yes. No more echo.
Oh my gosh. Cool. Yay. It worked itself out. I'm so happy for you.
I am happy for me too. Maybe I can take this off and do this.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
It feels cute and festive. I love all your red that you have going on. I put a tablecloth down for you, but you can't see it.
Even my little, so I got this dress form, and my son named it Joanne because of Joanne Fabric and Craft. So he's like, that's Joanne. And she has a ball cap on with a little.
Aww,
she's sporty.
How long have you been taking him to Joanne's his whole life?
Yeah.
Girler, get on in. We don't have one close to me. Anyway, whole other issue.
That's a shame. That's wrong. It's illegal.
It's illegal. They have the best Christmas decorations. Okay, so back to our mason jars, right?
Yes.
So I love the little globy ideas. Last year, my sister and I actually made snow globes where we put glycerin in the water with the glitter. And it's so, I didn't realize that, I don't know. I've never went shopping for glycerin before, but it's really just in any Walgreens. It's really in any drugstore. But it was so cute, and the kids had the best time. So just starting to collect all of these little, little figures and trees and animals. And, I know that you and I were talking about possibly making them a little more kid friendly. And I was just doing them with my boys and my friends' children. And we were just trying to get creative with all of, their old toys that are just sitting around.
Yeah, the favorite treasured little toys, the Minecraft zombie and Steve, I think. Is it Steve?
Yeah, Steve.
Steve the creeper. Yeah, the creeper. I like
I
these
know.
ones best. I like the colors of them, so.
Yeah, I do too. They're adorable. So let's take one of your mason jars, probably the larger one, if I'm seeing it correctly.
I have the larger one. Check.
Okay. And you want to take the cap, right? I'm going to lock them in there.
Okay.
So you have glue. Okay, I'm going to use a hot glue gun just for my pieces.
Heat her up.
I mean, you use any, there's waterproof crazy glue and all sorts
tons of glue.
stuff.
Oh, you know what? I have right here, while I heat up my glue gun, I'm going to use these. These are glue dots.
Oh, fun.
Glue.
Those are good.
Yeah, these are amazing. They're good for all kinds of crafty projects. And I'm kind of like an adhesive connoisseur from like construction things and from crafting things. I swear I've tried almost every kind of glue adhesive there possibly is. There's always something glue.
If I haven't.
Yeah.
And the thing, obviously, doing these with kids is that the hot glue gun is a little tricky because it gets so hot. So the glue dots might be a better option.
Oh, that is a good point.
Unless you're doing the snow globes, because with the water you need, I don't know how the glue dots work.
I don't know how they work underwater either. I'd have to read more about them. I know that some of them, this is a double-sided sheet. So, yeah. But I don't know if it's waterproof or not. I'll have to check that out.
Something to learn
about. The glue I'm sure it says it obviously on here. Not for children under 3 years. Repositionable.
All right. That's all right. Okay, so I put a little tree on my cap. And then I'm going to do a Lego since we're doing kids. And these are just fun just to have on the table or bookshelf, and the kids get such a kick out of them, you know? I've also used them as place settings where you can just sort of put them on the plate with their little name on them, or, you know?
That's such a great idea for a holiday gathering. I've never seen that before. Yeah, and that's something we can take with them too.
Right. Keep the kids occupied so we all have a good time. And then
that is good
also, I mean, mason jars. Yeah. And I love the way that mason jars look stacked on the table on cake stands. Yeah. Just different sizes with floating candles in them. Cranberry. I think that they're just.
They are. I think there's a use for like every single thing you could possibly think of, lights and storing things. I like putting paint in mason jars just to decant them, and then I can enjoy the beautiful color when I'm storing it. So.
Exactly. Even Legos, organizing them by color so you don't step on them, which is terrible. They should be.
It's like the worst thing ever is to step on a Lego. Like the worst.
Oh, it'll take your breath. It'll bring me down to my knees.
It's the worst. Yeah.
It's the worst. So yes, let's put them in mason jars away. So then you just take your little mason jar and you can shred your styrofoam behind you. And then you don't want to put too much in.
So I can put salt, right? Or should I shred my ball? I don't know.
Get crazy.
I like shred it. Oh, I've got a knife.
And ideally you want it to dry. Mine, not quite.
So I don't know if you have ever seen the Annoying Orange videos on YouTube.
Okay. Yes.
So when I pick up a knife now, I think of my 7-year-old who says, "Hey, Apple, knife. Hey, styrofoam ball, knife." Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. I'm loving this.
Are you so happy?
Yes. Right, I think we can get the hand cam working. I think I figured out my computer issue. Producer Tara.
What did you do? How did you make
it? I saw a little tip from Hannah, who works at Blab on the side. And she says, do you have 2 tabs open? I did. Is that simple?
You were
I just totally wanted to see and hear and watch everything we were doing. Oh, yeah, you got to see the action. It's snowing here at MyFixitUpLife.
I love it. I might have put too much snow in mine. which I can always take out. But my Lego dude is in a bird. But they're so cute. I think that they're so adorable.
Oh my gosh, it's totally. Yeah, I love that. What a great idea this is. Okay, let me knife.
I mean, I think the best part about this, because, you know, they've been around for ages, and there's antique ones that already have their little figurines in them, which I also love. But I think the fun thing is to make them interactive and personalize them. And, you know, the kids get a kick out of them. And then it's always fun to write on it the year, maybe what they were into.
Yes. How fun. And then
oh my gosh. Let me see a star from Blizzard. Awesome. Totally works.
That's fun. Like, okay,
totally
watch.
works.
It's going to snow on them. Okay, my kid is going to love this. Absolutely.
So
See,
I love it.
Amazing.
Either that or he's going to be like, what did you do with my Minecraft guys?
They're in the blizzard. You know what we could also do is like frost the inside of the glass just really lightly, like maybe water down it a little bit. It's like,
that's cute.
Or,
yeah, like a real blizzard.
Or use glow in the dark paint. I know it has. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. A little glow in the dark action. Yeah.
So great. You are just.
I think that would be amazing.
I'm gonna put Christmas 2015. I cannot believe it's almost 2016.
What happened?
And then obviously, you know, doll them up however you want. I mean, ribbon is always fun.
I brought some black ribbon because I think the Minecraft guys like it.
Yeah, they would be appreciative.
The
creepers, they would.
Little experience because they're very serious in their underworld of Minecraftiness.
I mean, what a phenomenon that was. Jeez.
Seriously. I love it in some ways because now my kid's talking about obsidian and he knows about all different kinds of minerals and things. But at the same time, I'm like, why do you have, I wish it was just all creative, like, and not.
Yeah. The survival one, I don't let my boys play their survival one. I'm like, if you guys, because they can join worlds and then they can kill each other. It's weird.
Yes. And they all, like, seriously, my kid knows how to do it at his age.
I know, of course. There's
candy cane.
than I am. Let me see. Love it. So cute.
I love this little project.
And you know, you can go put like real sprigs in there if you have pine trees where you are. I don't. Palm trees. It's hot here.
Palm trees are good too. Okay, so we started late, but let's start another little project for a few minutes and tell me a little bit about what you're doing these days. Get me started on doing an activity and
then we'll talk, chat in our craft circle.
Yeah.
So this is, I love doing these. I love getting these and get them fast if you are interested in this project. Because
I don't have them. All I have is opaque balls.
But that's fine. Those are amazing too. And also going back to flea markets, I love getting vintage packs of ornaments and giving them as housewarming gifts if you go over to someone's house for the holidays, or even vintage ice buckets and bring over a bottle of champagne. That's vintage cookie jars, and baked cookies in it. I think that mix of old and new is so. So glass balls, they come in plastic as well. Okay. So if you're going to have the kiddos help, the plastic ones are just as fine, whatever. Or your opaque ones are beautiful. The opaque ones may not, I mean, they're beautiful, but I don't know if that's going to, you know what? You could try to do it on the outside, a feather hanging on the outside. This is my go-to. And I also give these away. I put them in little boxes that I acquire. And it's so easy and so pretty and elegant, I think.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Okay.
And if you can get small little peacock feathers and things of that nature, colored feathers, that's fine too. But I tend to go with all white.
Ooh.
Not pretty.
Yours are pretty. I can do that on the outside of mine, and then maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea with the opaque and maybe one of your pretty. What is it? A hawk feather or something? Raven.
Yeah, they're like realistic feathers.
Yeah, they're like from your yard. But yeah, that's the idea.
I got into a fight with a bird, and then I got feathers. So.
And you won. You won the
I totally won. This could be a really sweet thing for a table setting too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even like with the little napkin ring or,
And how
like,
sweet is this little guy? This is probably mine's more Thanksgiving. Yours is more Christmas.
I don't know. I like to mix it up a little bit. Yours is festive from what I can see. It's very pretty. But yes, Thanksgiving would be nice with your hawk feathers. Guard outside. Your wild turkey feathers.
Isn't that so funny? You're like, okay, so you need some feathers and you need a mason jar and you need this and that. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I have these things in my home. How come? I guess I'm odd.
What else do you have in there? I'm coming to your house.
You don't even want to know. My friends call me like I'm like Joanne Fabric. It's ridiculous.
I can see this.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing. It's a compliment, I believe.
Okay, so Tracy Hutson, what are you working on these days? Tell me while you work.
So I have been extremely busy raising my children since I have been off the road with Extreme and Picker Sisters, which is nice. It was nice, but that, gypsy soul is definitely calling, the road's calling. So I've been traveling quite a bit. I was involved in a barn renovation in Oregon. My sister lives outside of Portland, so that was really fun. Taking an old dairy farm and making it into a modern home on the inside.
Really?
Yeah, it's very fun.
Was it on the same site, or did you move it to the site?
Well, we had to demolish quite a bit of it. There were 3 structures on the property, but we kept as much as we possibly could, and we were able to keep some of the original structure from the largest barn, if you will, on the property. But with new codes and regulations, it had to be moved. There were easements that needed to be, contemporized, if you will. So it was a challenge for sure, and a long process, but just amazing. And it's so fun to pick up all of these things or look through and rummage through these items that were in the original house using the picture frames and or the picture frame windows and repurposing them for vanity mirrors, light fixtures, old milk bottles, and it was really fun. So, and then that mix of like clean modern kitchen, wide open rooms, just that juxtaposition, which I just love.
Okay, I'm just thinking, are there pictures that we can see on your website?
No, not yet, but I will absolutely send them to you. I know. It's just still, it's not completely finished. I could show you process, and I probably should, but and then I've been looking at properties in Texas where I'm from. So that's my goal is to buy a ranch there, something in Central Texas, right outside of Austin, and renovate that and do sort of the same thing. But I like the idea of a compound so that my family members and all my cousins, and we can all have our own different structures on the property. So that's my next big project, if you will.
I love that idea so much. You know how many times, I don't know, for a couple of decades, whenever I drive by an old farm, I'm like, that's what I want. I want a compound of like farm buildings. I want a silo. I want to like make it something. Yeah.
I know. Wide open spaces. That's my goal here. And then I've been taking the boys camping quite a bit. So I'm actually working on a camping line. Really cool, sort of this vagabond feel. So I'm just working on a few products just to see how they take off. But I just love seeing the boys outside, especially raising them in Los Angeles. It's just nice to get out of the city and let them get muddy and collect feathers and make dream catchers and get their walking sticks and the whole thing. So I've got a really good group of girlfriends and guy friends, but we just go and have a great time with all of our rowdy kids. And we just started thinking about how we could raise the camping level up one, that whole, like, not glamping per se,
but between camping and glamping.
Exactly. Yeah. Making it a little more accessible. And just fine tuning all of those products that are out there, but you don't know where to acquire them. So kind of a one-stop shop.
I am totally your person for that. Like, I am the girl that would buy those things.
Good.
Yeah.
You will.
So please tell me all about them, like as you're developing them, where they're available, so we can like share that with the rest of the world that we know.
Okay, absolutely. I will. I mean, even our tent you know, to get that vintage style, but to make it, you know, more appropriate for today's standards. It's a challenge, you know, and to have something made in the United States is also challenging to get that certain price point that you want for your customer, where you don't feel like, you know, you want it to be fair, if you will. So yeah, and sleeping bags and even headlamps. There's some great headlamps I'm working on, and all the things that you need, even some in the dark things for the kids, because as they're running around at night, you know, it's kind of nice to have them all lit up.
Okay,
you know,
how beautiful that is. Perfect.
I this in a box because I collect little vintage boxes with some tissue paper, 4 of these as a housewarming gift to go over and, you know, say hello to your friends. I think it's so fun. And again, with the plastic ones, they look just as great as the glass ones. And I just got 2 kittens that are extremely rowdy, so I'm trying to, I think the plastic ones might be a better route for me this year.
They survive pets and children, the plastic ones. And they do look just the same as, yeah.
That's great.
And no one's going up to check them either. They're not like ting, 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 ting.
I'm like, gosh, what is
those are totally plastic. Yes. So what? It's because life happens and I'm smart. So I do have to bounce to our next Blabber day. I know Tanya and I's trying to pop in, and we got short changed on our time together. So we're gonna have to like do this again really soon.
Please, this is so fun, and I'll be watching all day.
Oh my gosh! Thank you. You're so
great.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Tracy Hutson. I am so excited about our camping line, everything else that she is up to and doing, and super cute look. Yes, little guy. He's perfect. I think he's more like Thanksgiving than Christmas. Hers were super cute. So we'll post up some